Hey y'all, my name's Jen. I'm a health and life coach on a mission to empower women, and this season I call the messy middle. We believe it's never too late to dream your wildest dreams and to build lives freed from the shoulds and have-tos. Here, we talk to ourselves like we do our girlfriends and our sisters and daughters. I will share stories and resources with lots of encouragement and a little bit of tough love to drive you toward action. In this podcast, we talk about everything: career, relationships, motherhood, and health. So grab your sneakers and let's go, because she's wild and freed. Welcome back to another episode of She's Wild and Freed. I'm your host, Jen, and it's pop quiz time. Okay, if you've been following along with the series, you know we're having a pop quiz this time because I announced all of the episodes in this 6-week series called Back to School, Back to Health. So with this week, we are going to test your knowledge a bit. And just know this is more about educating you on different aspects of your health journey, whether you're focused on the outside, losing weight or gaining muscle, or the inside, you're working on your cardiovascular health through walking or running. Maybe you want to reduce your cholesterol, blood sugar, or blood pressure. Or you're focused on your diet and healthy eating. Or maybe it's all about the mental and emotional health for you. Whatever it is, we're going to talk about that today with a pop quiz theme. But before we get started, if you're loving this format of the podcast, can you do me a favor and leave a 5-star review on whatever platform you listen on? And bonus, if you follow me on Instagram or Facebook, share one of my posts on your stories and tag me to help me reach more of your friends and family. Either or both gestures would be awesome, and I would really appreciate it. Okay, time for our pop quiz. With each of these questions, I will give you a moment to think about the answer, and then I'll give you the answer and provide some details and context around it. I'll also provide you some tips or resources so that you can dig in more to these areas if you're interested. The first question in our pop quiz is, why is it important for women to do weight-bearing exercises? Okay, the answer is the benefits are many and the excuses are few. Weight-bearing exercises such as lifting weights, body weight exercises like squats, push-ups, and planks, or using machines like you see at the gym have a tremendous effect on women's livelihood and lifespan. I know this to be true. However, I want to cite research for you as well. In a study published in the Journal of American College of Cardiology, women who do muscle strengthening had a reduction in their cardiovascular mortality by 30%. The author of this study stated, "We don't have many things that reduce mortality in that way. Strength training is also good for your bones, joints, mood, and metabolic health. And at a time when women are more focused on the aerobic activities like walking, running, swimming, biking, we hesitate to do weight training. And the findings of this research actually show there's evidence that a combination of both is actually the most powerful medicine." And I love that. I know we live in a world, a culture where we have a pain, we seek out ibuprofen or other things that can help with that pain. Or if we're sick, we go to look for antibiotics or other, medications. I'm not against medications, that's not what I'm saying, but I love that this research from the American College of Cardiology referenced weight training and cardio activities as medicine. I just think that's really cool, and I firmly believe in that. Also in the study, the findings show women need less exercise to change their baseline of aerobic and muscular strength than men. The results show a little can go a long way. The benefits start as soon as you start moving. I think this is so encouraging. Moving your body has such great benefits. So do a little combination of weight-bearing exercises. You can lift weights, do your own body weight, go to the gym, use those machines, and do some kind of cardio activity, dancing, running, walking, swimming, whatever you enjoy. Second question. How much added sugar should you consume on a daily basis? This one's a tricky one. According to the American Heart Association, women should only consume 25 grams of added sugar a day, or 6 teaspoons. And just for the math purposes, so a teaspoon equals about 4 grams of sugar. So 6 teaspoons are giving you about 25 grams. Okay, my wild friends, I am quickly interrupting this episode because I'm not sure if you know about my coaching offerings. So I offer 3 different programs to meet you where you are. I have a 30-day Kickstarter program. That's 4 weeks of one-on-one coaching with me to restart your health plan and get you going in the right direction. I also offer a 60-day momentum builder. So this is double the work with me, 8 sessions of one-on-one coaching to really build that momentum towards you ultimately reaching your health goal. And then finally, my signature program, this is the big one, the 90-day total transformation program. This is the one if you're ready to take that step toward lasting change. 90 days of digging into what's stopping you or slowing you down from getting to your goal. And we'll also dig into some other things and really get you on the path toward inevitable success. So if you're interested, click the link in the show notes to schedule a discovery call with me. The discovery call is complimentary, and I would love to talk to you. Can't wait to hear from you. What is so shocking about this is when you start to look at the foods and drinks you normally consume. So maybe it's the juice you had with your breakfast or the yogurt that you eat as a snack. If you look at cereals we consume, granola bars, coffee creamers, and even ketchup, all of these foods have added sugar. And some of us hit 25 grams before lunch. Okay, let me pause here. 25 grams of added sugar a day is a really big challenge. It really entails totally revamping our eating plans, and I'm not suggesting you do that necessarily. My suggestion is working your way to reducing sugar where you can. and ultimately get down to be around 35 grams of added sugar a day. And that's challenging, but you will change your life for the better, reducing your sugar, I promise. Okay, back to the education part of this answer. There are 2 types of sugars: natural, which are in our fruits and vegetables, and then added. Consuming too much added sugar in your diet can cause many health issues: cardiovascular disease, diabetes, and obesity, liver problems, skin and teeth issues. Not to mention the mental and emotional toll sugar can take. Think the sugar roller coaster. Check out my previous episode, Jumping Off the Sugar Roller Coaster, if you want to hear more on this subject. But when you think about a roller coaster, we go up when we consume sugar, and then we come crashing down. And then we consume more sugar, so we're up again, and then back down a couple of hours later. Too much sugar can also cause us to have nervousness and anxiousness in our body. It's basically a legal drug. That's why it's called the sugar high. And why so many food manufacturers add sugar to our foods. Check out your food labels, you will see this. Okay, number 3 of our pop quiz. When getting ready for any type of new exercise or eating plan, what is the first thing you should do? If you said consult with a professional, you got it right. This can be a primary care provider, a nurse practitioner, physician's assistant, whatever is right for you, whoever you work with. It's so important to get your facts straight. Whether it's knowing your numbers, like your blood pressure, cholesterol, A1C, or other metabolic measurements. Knowing your risk factors. If you have a family history or higher risk for certain disorders or diseases, and knowing your physical limitations or adjustments needed. Knowing this ahead of time allows you to approach your journey in the most informed way and assist your trainer or coach with how to modify or approach your journey in a healthy and safe way. When starting or restarting a program, whether it be fitness, diet, lifestyle change, you are your best advocate. And resisting the urge to know your numbers because you're afraid of what they may be can strongly inhibit your growth and success in this area. Truly, the numbers are the numbers. They don't have any emotion, and they aren't trying to make you feel some sort of way. These are facts, and the facts are an important part of your story and your journey. Number 4. What's the big deal with habits anyway? Okay, we talked about habits last week, so this should be an easy one. But in case you're still not sure about habits, let me break things down even more. Creating habits that serve you, your health, your higher self and purpose creates space in your brain and ultimately your life to achieve success. Habits are things we do regularly that we do not consciously think about. This can be as simple as getting in your car to take your kid to school. You don't think about moving your hand to the handle to open the car door, lifting your leg to place it on the floor of the car, and then sitting your butt down on the seat to then lift your other leg to place it on the floor of the car. Shifting to your other hand to pull the door closed, and then going back to your other hand to start the car. Plus, you don't think about putting on your seatbelt. You don't think about looking behind you to back out of your driveway. These are all automatic or habits. If you had to actually think about doing each action to simply drive your car out of the driveway, it would take much longer, and your brain would be working so hard that anything that you actually want to think about or concentrate on would be almost impossible. Your brain would be too exhausted. You could only do the basic tasks of life. So without habits, there would be no room in your brain or life for creating something great for your family, or contributing to your job, or spending time with friends or loved ones. As I said in the last episode, habits are the key to you living the life of your dreams. Habits are the magic to having inevitable success with your life goals. Pretty cool, right? I strongly recommend reading one or both of the books that I spoke about in the last episode. So again, if you haven't heard that one, go back and listen to it. You'll get some really good nuggets on how to create good habits. Number 5. Why does a healthy lifestyle have to be so much work? Why can't there be a quick fix or a magic pill? It's a 2-part question, but really it's just this interesting concept. We all want quick fixes. We all want that dopamine hit like we get when we scroll social media, or when we eat that chocolate, or when we smoke that cigarette, or drink that beer, whatever it is. Those quick hits feel so good in the moment. And I definitely understand the frustration here when it comes to really creating and sustaining a healthy lifestyle. Why can't it be easy? And I definitely understand this frustration when you start a diet or eating plan. And side note here, I don't really like the word diet, but I used it here because most people do identify with that. Or you may be starting a new exercise program and you want to see immediate or very quick results. Myself included, I totally feel that way. Like, how come my arms don't look more defined, or there's less fat on my butt after working out consistently for a week or a month? Plus, why do I have to keep doing this or remain consistent or put the work in? The answer here is because everything in life that's worth anything takes hard work. It takes time to cultivate, plan, work through, stumble and fall, and see great success. Think about the best things in your life. Maybe you're thinking about your marriage, your children, your career, your hobby that you love so much. How long have you been working on it? What has the journey been like for you? Was it easy? Was it quick? And then once it got quote unquote good, did you stop working on it? No, of course not. And I know we see overnight successes all over the internet, on Instagram, TikTok, or YouTube, even in the music industry. Like, where did Chapel Roan come from? Behind almost every overnight success is someone who worked really hard, long days and nights. Someone who put in the reps to get where they are today. Everything in life that is worth anything to you takes work. It takes consistently showing up for that thing, that person, your life. Now, you can, of course, enjoy the journey. It doesn't have to be unenjoyable, frustrating, painful, or annoying. There is joy in the journey. Number 6. This is our final question of the pop quiz. We live in a stressed out world. What does stress actually do to your body? Girl, I think we can all pause for a moment here and start to feel a part of our body that is tense. And we know that when we experience stress in any part of our life, that part of our body hurts. The physical pain from stress is a real thing. The levels of stress that we experience and carry every day can be a bit overwhelming to even think about. I feel my shoulders tensing up already. I talked about this in a previous episode, so if you want to go back and listen to that, it's called Stress, How It Affects the Mind, Body, and Soul. But this is such an important topic, we will talk about it again here. Immediate effects on the body are defined by your fight, flight, or freeze response. This is a primal response to danger, whether it's perceived or real. So, for example, if you have a big presentation coming up at work and it's in just a few minutes, your heart rate quickens, your palms get sweaty, your mouth dries up, butterflies form in your stomach, or worse, you have a sudden urge to go to the bathroom. These are all normal and natural feelings of stress in your body. For me, I get all of those feelings right before a presentation. Even though I had presented to multiple audiences, lots of different sized groups, I still get these feelings right before. That's because I perceive quote unquote danger, and that I will forget everything I plan to say. The technology is going to fail. The audience will judge me or be bored right away. Those are my perceived dangers. And it's true. Any of those things could happen, but there's no imminent danger right in front of me. Another example is if you're driving your car and you look down at your phone or the radio for just a split moment. And when you look back up, the car in front of you has stopped. Your body immediately reacts to the situation and wants to remove you from real danger of hitting that car. Your body may tingle, you may start sweating, your heart rate increases, your reflexes are quick and turned on to stop your car. And again, all of this is really good. This is what we are made to do in dangerous situations. Your body's trying to get you away from danger. But many of us are in a constant state of stress. And this can be low or high, but neither are good and will create problems for you if you do not reduce the stress, regulate your nervous system, and create plans and systems to not return to that stressed out state. According to Yale Medicine, some symptoms of chronic stress are aches and pains, insomnia or sleepiness, a change in social behavior, such as staying in often, low energy, unfocused or cloudy thinking, change in appetite, increased alcohol or drug use, and change in emotional responses to others. Oof. I have experienced all those things at some point. And many of these together creates big challenges in your life. According to Very Well Mind, which I really love their site and resources. So if you're looking for resources for mental well-being, verywellmind.com is a great resource. There are 4 types of chronic stress: emotional stress, difficult emotions such as anger, sadness, or frustration; environmental stress, where you live or work; relationship stress, how you relate to friends, family, coworkers, or partners; and work stress, challenges and pressures related to work. So now that we know about the physical effects on the body and the types of stress, what do we do about it? There are a lot of techniques, tips, and modalities out there, and I'm going to recommend one today that's accessible to all of us. It's not exactly easy in the moment, but it's a powerful exercise that will make a difference in your stress relief. So this is your homework for the week. Although we are having a pop quiz today, I'm not going to leave you with no homework. The homework this week is called The Power of the Pause. When you feel stress rising up in your body, or you're already to that boiling point, when you're agitated and you don't know why, or when you're feeling sad, take a pause. Sit quietly or go for a walk to remove yourself physically from the situation. This is not easy. This is where you have to really go against your feelings, whether they be rage, frustration, confusion, or sadness. Pause what you're doing or experiencing and remove yourself to clear your mind, reflect, and connect to your higher self. So when you return to the person, situation, or thing that has gotten you stressed out, you are in a better space than that fight, flight, or freeze response. Okay, I know what you're thinking. This sounds a little like flight, like you're fleeing or flying away from the situation. And it definitely can be. However, as long as you return to the person, situation, or thing that you took a pause from, and you don't try to avoid, this is not a flight response. Take the opportunity to pause. That's your homework for the week. I said that was the last question about stress, but I do have one bonus question in the pop quiz. What does working with a coach entail? I'm so glad you asked. Okay, you didn't ask, but I would be remiss not to mention to you all what I do and how coaching can benefit you in your journey. I've stated in a previous podcast the origin story of Freed Coaching Co., which is my business, and my why, that I believe everyone deserves to be seen and heard. Your journey is uniquely yours. Wherever you are coming from, I meet you there as your coach. I hold space for you, your situation, your emotions, and your goals. And we operate in a judgment-free zone. My programs consist of weekly one-on-one meetings, which can be done over the phone, via a video call, or in person if you live in the Wilmington or Hampstead areas. Each week, we build on the previous one. However, if you slip or don't follow through on the action that you set the week before, we work through that together to ensure you will have inevitable success going forward. I will provide you resources and guides throughout our time together to aid in this process. Most importantly, you are the driver in your journey. I am there to encourage, support, and sometimes kick you in the butt as your accountability partner. My programs are customized to you, your needs and wants. We slow down to go fast using my method called the 3 C's: curiosity, consistency, and courage, which ultimately results in the 4th C, which is confidence. As we work together in any of my 3 programs, we will use this method to get you toward your goal and ultimately to have inevitable success. If you want to hear more about this method, you can go back to the 3 C's series done last year on the podcast. I created a free handout that introduces you to this method. Email me at freedcoachingco@gmail.com and I'll send you the handout. My clients have come to these programs to work through reducing their stress, creating a consistent movement practice, reducing digestive stress, and connecting to their higher power. Your journey is uniquely yours, and working with me as your coach might be exactly what you need to help you break through the barriers for you to achieve inevitable success. So how did you do on the quiz? Definitely take this moment to congratulate yourself, give yourself a high five or pat on the back because you are halfway through this 6-week series. That is so cool. Let me know what you think of the series. Do you like the concept? What health or life topics are really interesting to you or what you want to hear more about? Tell me, send me a DM through socials or email me at freedcoachingco@gmail.com. I'll talk to you soon. Thank you so much for spending time with me. I hope you feel free to take action toward building the life of your dreams. If something in this episode resonated with you, I would so appreciate it if you would text it to a girlfriend so she can hear the message as well. Until next time, stay wild.